Hey guys, welcome to the Fury Time channel. Francis Ngannou fight has a lot of jeopardy for Anthony Joshua, says Eddie Hearn. AJ will box the former UFC champion in Saudi Arabia. Anthony Joshua will not simply bulldoze his way through Francis Ngannou and must seek to wear out the mixed martial artist turned boxer before landing any knockout blow. According to Eddie Hearn, Ngannou may have lost the element of surprise after a staggering professional boxing debut last October, when the former UFC heavyweight champion knocked down Tyson Fury before losing a debatable decision. But promoter Hearn thinks Ngannou poses a sizable challenge despite his novice status and is unlikely to fold as so many of Joshua's past opponents have done when confronted by his frightening punch power. It's definitely a fight with a lot of jeopardy, Eddie Hearn told. You really have to be on your guard for this fight. You've got to be rather sharp. Francis has surprised everybody. He is one stubborn competitor, and it's not going to be easy. You will have to knock him down and keep banging and banging and banging anyway. This isn't going to be one hit under the chin. Clearly, he is an immovable object with a fantastic chin and big power. You've got to be really smart in this fight. Don't get hit, break him down, and hopefully he will go over like a big tower, and we can just move on. The fight against Ngannou in Riyadh will be a thought in the space of 11 months for Joshua, who is trying to boost his hope to becoming a 3-time world heavyweight champion. The pair go head-to-head on 18th May in the first undisputed world heavyweight title fight. Hearn is keeping his fingers crossed it is Fury who prevails. I really want Fury to win his fight because if AJ can do a job on Ngannou, it just sets up the biggest fight in the history of the sport in my opinion, between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, Hearn added. Francis Ngannou's future gets scrutinized as fellow PFL star Impa Kasanganwa gets honest about Anthony Joshua fight. Francis Ngannou is at very least an extraordinary athlete. The former UFC champion went from working in the sand mines of Cameroon as a teenager to making an extraordinary journey to Europe, where he started training martial arts. Although he had dreamed of being a boxer since he was a child, he won MMA and went on to become the heavyweight champion of the largest, most popular MMA promotion. As if there wasn't enough, he then went on to the nearly knockout lineal and WBC boxing heavyweight champion of the world in his boxing debut. And as Ngannou gears up to face Anthony Joshua in a virtual title eliminator for the undisputed title, his PFL roster mate and light heavyweight champion Impa Kasanganwa gave his thoughts on the Predator's future in an exclusive. Kasanganwa wants to fight Francis Ngannou. On being asked if he saw Ngannou coming back to MMA or pursuing a career in boxing, Kasanganwa felt he would probably do both and has the potential to change the business given his crossover appeal and success so far. However, he added that he would not be surprised if Ngannou continued boxing for good, which given the most that can be made in boxing as compared to MMA would certainly be a lucrative option for the former UFC champion. I wouldn't be surprised too if he said this is the direction he wants to go, the PFL champion said. Kasanganwa said in our exclusive, I think it will be a simultaneous thing. I think he's going on to probably look for a MMA fight. I mean, why not? Maybe it will be some major contract, maybe be something that he can do to change the direction of MMA. Kasanganwa will face distinguished Bellator middleweight champion Johnny Ablund at the first PFL vs Bellator card on February 21st. Kasanganwa even put his name in the hat as Ngannou's next MMA opponent. That's what I look forward to. Look, I won that battle, he said. Thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.